In this episode of Rob Christie Hike Across America, we're back in our home state of Missouri, and we're hanging out with the traveling Trekkies. We'll be going to one of the biggest springs in the world and checking out a unique cave experience. We'll be going to Rocky Falls Shut-In, but first, we're heading to Alley Springs, which is located off of Country Road 106, just a few miles outside of Eminence. We're at Alley Springs, gonna check out this mule. There's James, traveling Trekkie. Glenda, traveling Trekkie. Now the path leading up to the mills and the mill itself are wheelchair accessible. Anything past that point is a dirt trail. Now it turns out that this is a National Scenic Riverway, so it's ran by the National Park System, but you don't need your pass. It doesn't cost anything to get in. This is the spring. There's a mill right there. Pretty awesome.
So this mill was built for commercial white flour. However, over the years it became more and more. Yeah, absolutely.
Now this spring pumps out 81 million gallons of water a day, but it's still not the largest spring we're going to see on this trip. Not by a long shot. Maybe go up to the other side of the springs and see if we can get some cool shots of the mill. So we got a little cave right there. Okay. Now the ranger in the mill told me there's about 400 caves in the area. And after walking around this trail, I definitely believe him. Because if Missouri is known for one thing, it's definitely for having a lot of caves. And remember, if you like this video and you want us to keep making more, please write "keep on hiking" in the comments. It'd help us out greatly. And that is what 81 million gallons of water pumping out of the ground looks like. So I just found something really cool while walking around here, and there is an arch that I didn't know about, and I love arches, so cool. Probably a waterfall at some points. No, it keeps going. Yeah. A little cave. Oh my God. Didn't go back very far, but still, a little cave. Some pretty cool rock formations here in caves that I didn't expect to see. So always a bonus. Oh, there's a bigger cave right here. Everywhere. Kind of reminds me of a smaller version of Pickle Springs rock formations. cool. Are you waving or are you flapping at bugs? Now our next stop took us to Rocky Falls Shut-In, which is just about a 15-minute drive from Alley Springs on Country Road 526. We're at our second stop here in Missouri. This is a Rocky Falls Shut-In. Kind of looking like we're gonna have this place all to ourselves, which is pretty cool because you can get a picture with nobody climbing around in the waterfalls. And there's our first glimpse of the Rocky Falls. It's pretty cool. We're gonna go around the trail here up to the top and check out the waterfalls from above. Now this place reminded me of a smaller version of Sioux Falls down in South Dakota, which I'll leave a link for up above. Kind of got lost here in the trail and kind of washed out, but it looks like we refound it. I hope. Now our next stop took us to the Missouri Down Under, which used to be Current River Caverns. Still there, just under a different name. And it's located right off the 60 freeway in Van Buren. We're at this little cavern here in Van Buren. We also got a little zoo. We're gonna check out some kangaroos while we're waiting for the cave tour. Now the price of this place is $19 for adult, $15 for a child. That gets you into both the cavern and the zoo. You get to pet some kangaroos, and in my opinion, that's pretty priceless.
So is this
Into the Woo! Spider web. Now this cavern was a lot different than any I've ever been in before. It was more like a tunnel with some stalactites. There wasn't really any tour being given, just somebody guiding you through, make sure everybody got out safely. Now there was some spots in this cave where you did have to walk through water. They did have a boardwalk, but you still got your shoes wet, so keep that in mind if you plan on going here. And the other thing about this cavern that was different, that I haven't seen before, was to make you wear these little hard hats to protect your head when you're walking through because the ceiling's so low. That was probably the shortest cavern I've ever been in. pretty unique, really tight. And a lot of it was in the water. Now, our last stop of the day took us to Big Springs, which is the largest springs in the United States and quite possibly the largest spring in the world, and is located just a few miles down the road from the Missouri Down Under off the 60 freeway. We're at our last stop here in Missouri. This is Big Springs, which is supposed to be the biggest springs in the world. And just like its little sister Alley Springs, Big Springs is part of the National Scenic River Byway, and there is no charge here. And Big Springs is wheelchair accessible from the parking lot to the springs. Now, Big Springs pumps out an impressive 288 million gallons of water a day. That's enough to fill an entire baseball stadium in 33 hours. And just like Alley Springs, Big Springs has tons of caves that you can go inside and explore. Trying to climb up this little boulder canyon here. Actually looks pretty sketchy. It looks like I found a little cave as well. We got a cave right here. Blocked up though. Really pretty cool. Rocks going on here. Looks like some trails, but nothing really super safe looking. In the next episode of Rob Krusty Hike Across America, we head into Illinois. We'll be checking out the Superman Convention, Garden of the Gods, and Fort Massac as well. So if you found yourself liking this video and you want to see more, please like, share, subscribe. Plenty on the channel, more on the way. Until next time, keep on hiking.